Walking is good for you, no question about it. It keeps your heart pumping, your joints moving, and your mind clear. But after 60, walking alone isn't enough to keep you strong, steady, and safe. I've met men who walk 3 miles a day, rain or shine, yet still struggle to climb stairs, stand from a low chair, or catch themselves when they trip. Here's the reality. Walking is like keeping your car engine running but never changing the tires or checking the brakes. Sure, the engine is in great shape, but the parts that keep you stable, supported, and ready to stop on a dime are wearing down quietly. Your muscles, your bones, and your balance systems need more than forward motion. They need specific signals to grow stronger, react faster, and protect you when life throws a sudden curve, like a loose rug, a missed step, or an unexpected shove in a crowded place. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today, the one movement you should add to your daily routine to give your walks a stronger, safer foundation. Let me introduce you to Robert Hayes, a 70-year-old retired firefighter from Pennsylvania. Robert had been a walker for years. Every morning, he'd lace up his sneakers and head out for a brisk 2-mile loop around his neighborhood. Rain, snow, or summer heat, nothing stopped him. His neighbors admired his discipline. But one afternoon, while visiting his daughter, he was asked to help carry a box up to the second floor. Halfway up the stairs, his legs felt heavy, his breathing turned shallow, and he had to stop to grab the railing. A few weeks later, at a grocery store, he bent down to pick up a dropped can, and realized he needed to push off his thigh with one hand just to get back up. "That's when it hit me," he told me in my office. "I can walk for miles, but I can't get off the floor without help. I thought I was fit, but I guess I'm not strong." Robert's story isn't unusual. Walking builds endurance, but it doesn't challenge your muscles enough to keep them strong for real-life situations, like climbing stairs, rising from the ground, or catching yourself when you slip. That gap is what we needed to fix. And we did it by adding one simple movement to his routine. Here's the truth about walking: it's an excellent cardiovascular activity. It strengthens your heart, helps regulate blood sugar, and keeps your joints lubricated. But when it comes to maintaining the kind of strength and stability you need after 60, walking leaves some important gaps. When you walk, your body moves in a very predictable, repetitive pattern. The muscles in the front and back of your legs do most of the work, while many other muscles, especially those responsible for getting you up from a chair, stabilizing you when you turn, or catching you when you trip, aren't challenged enough to grow stronger. Your bones face a similar issue. Bones strengthen when they experience safe, varied load and impact. Walking provides some, but not enough to slow down or reverse the natural bone loss that happens with age. And then there's balance. Walking on flat, familiar ground doesn't train your body to react quickly to the unexpected. It's like polishing the outside of a house while the wooden frame inside quietly weakens. Everything looks fine, until one stressful moment reveals how fragile the structure has become. That's why if walking is your only form of exercise, you may have endurance but still lack the muscle power, bone density, and reaction time that keep you safe in everyday life. The good news? It doesn't take hours in the gym to close that gap, just one smart, targeted movement added to your day. The movement I taught Robert was simple, but it covered 3 things walking couldn't give him: muscle strength, bone loading, and balance. It's called the sit to stand. At first glance, it might look basic: you're just getting up from a chair and sitting back down. But when you do it with purpose, it becomes one of the most powerful at-home exercises for men over 60. Here's why it works. Muscle strength. It builds your quadriceps, glutes, and core, the very muscles that help you get out of chairs, climb stairs, and rise from the floor without strain. Bone density. Each time you push through your heels and stand tall, you're giving your hips and leg bones a safe, controlled load that tells them to get stronger. Balance and amp. Coordination. By standing without using your hands, you train your body to stabilize itself, improving your reaction time when life throws you off balance. When Robert first tried sit-to-stands, he realized just how much he'd been relying on momentum and his arms to get up. We started small, just 5 controlled repetitions in the morning and 5 at night. 2 weeks later, he told me, "Doc, I carried my grandson up the stairs without stopping, first time in years." That's the kind of everyday strength walking alone can't give you, and exactly why this movement deserves a permanent spot in your routine. Here's how to perform the sit-to-stand safely and effectively at home. Choose the right chair. Pick a sturdy chair without wheels and with a firm seat. Position it so it won't slide, ideally on a non-slip surface. Sit tall. Place your feet flat on the floor, about shoulder width apart. Scoot forward slightly so you're near the edge of the seat. Keep your chest lifted and your back straight. Stand without using your hands. Cross your arms over your chest or keep them lightly at your sides. Lean forward slightly from the hips and press through your heels to stand up in one smooth motion. Pause and control once standing. Fully straighten your hips and knees. Hold for a second, engaging your core and glutes. Lower slowly. Bend at the hips and knees, keeping control as you return to a seated position. Avoid dropping into the chair. Your muscles should be in charge the whole time. Repetitions. Start with 5 to 8 reps once or twice a day. Over time, aim for 10 to 15 reps twice a day. Safety tips. If you feel unsteady, place the chair against a wall and keep a stable surface nearby for light support. Move at your own pace, quality over speed. Progression. For more challenge, hold light weights at your chest. Pause for 3 seconds just above the seat before sitting down. Try using a lower chair to increase the range of motion. Robert followed these exact steps, and within 3 weeks, he could stand up from his soft couch without pushing off with his arms. That's when he knew his strength was coming back, not just for exercise, but for everyday life. While the sit-to-stand is the core movement to fill the gap walking leaves behind, adding 2 simple exercises can round out your strength, stability, and bone health. Support move number 1. Calf raises. How to do it. Stand tall with your feet hip width apart, holding onto the back of a sturdy chair for balance if needed. Rise up onto the balls of your feet as high as you can, pause for 1 second, then lower slowly. Reps. Start with 10 to 12 repetitions, once or twice a day. Why it works. Calf raises strengthen your lower legs, improve ankle stability, and pump blood back toward your heart, reducing swelling and improving circulation after long periods of sitting or standing. Support move number 2. Wall push. How to do it. Stand about 2 steps away from a wall, place your palms flat at shoulder height, and slowly bend your elbows to bring your chest toward the wall. Push back to the starting position in a controlled motion. Reps. Aim for 8 to 10 repetitions, once or twice a day. Why it works. Wall pushes strengthen your chest, shoulders, and arms, the very muscles you use to steady yourself when grabbing a railing or pushing yourself up from a low position. When Robert added these 2 moves alongside his sit-to-stands, he didn't just feel stronger, he felt steadier. Walking became easier, stairs felt less intimidating, and even carrying groceries inside was smoother and more controlled. These add-ons take less than 3 minutes. But together, they make sure your strength supports every step you take, on your walks and in your everyday life. Here's what you can expect when you combine your daily walks with sit-to-stands and the 2 support moves. By day 7 you'll notice small but meaningful changes. Standing from a chair feels smoother, and your legs feel a little more solid when you take that first step after sitting. You might even catch yourself using your arms less to push yourself up. By day 14, climbing stairs feels easier. Your legs recover faster on your walks, and you start feeling steadier when you turn quickly or step off a curb. Robert told me that by week 2, he could get up from his recliner and walk straight to the kitchen without that "catch my balance" pause. By day 30, everyday movement feels more confident. You can carry groceries, get in and out of the car, or bend down to pick something up without worrying that your legs will give out. Your walks feel stronger, and you have the muscle power to handle the moments between the walks, the stairs, the chairs, the slips, and the unexpected turns. That's the real benefit here. Walking keeps you moving, but strength training keeps you standing. And when the two work together, you build a body that's ready for whatever the day brings. If there's one thing I want you to take from this, it's that walking is only half the equation. Yes, it's great for your heart, your mind, and your endurance, but it doesn't give you the strength, balance, and bone support you need to stay independent after 60. That's where the sit to stand comes in. It's not fancy. It doesn't require a gym, equipment, or a lot of time. But it trains the exact muscles you'll call on when you need to get out of a chair, climb stairs, or recover from a stumble. And when you pair it with simple add-ons like calf raises and wall pushes, you're not just going for a walk. You're building a strong foundation under every step you take. Robert didn't give up his morning walks. He just added a few minutes of focused strength work to his day. Now, not only does he still enjoy those brisk neighborhood loops, but he also moves through the rest of his day with more confidence and less hesitation. So here's my challenge to you: keep walking. But add this movement every day. Because walking keeps you moving forward, but strength training keeps you standing tall while you do it.